Hello, Professor. This is Vivek Kumar, representing Team Robust. I'm here to present the final presentation of this uh, project. This project was given by Texas Park and Wildlife. This project was to construct a vessel for the research purposes and for the Texas Park. It given a time span of 80 days, and then the project consisted of eight main parts, namely selection of vessel structure until leveling. The configuration we selected was a 36 feet fiberglass dual engine half cabin. The result and the as follows. First is the selection. For selecting, we had 24 different configurations. For selecting a particular configuration out of this 24, we had given a weighted. We had selected a weighted average method to select a particular configuration within those 24, and we have given 10 selection factors. The each member of the team scaled each configuration out of all these 10 factors from score of 1 to 5, and then the constraint was given. Any board, any configuration which doesn't meet up this consideration was given a score of 0 in that particular selection factor. And then we added all these scores of team members, and then we had a average of it. And then this, like as you can see, these are the top five configurations which got the top five scores. And then the 36 feet fiberglass twin engine half cabin got the highest score, so it was selected for and the project was proceeded. And then for the project organization, project organization, it needed a structure to be under which we can work. So that for we had two project structures. For the immediate one, for this building one vessel in 80 days, we selected project organization structure. And these, as you can see, this is the structure we have um given for it. And then in the long term, if we need to produce more boards of the similar kind, the needs are entirely different. For that, we selected a matrix organization structure, and you can see the organization over here. And then WBS, it is a splitting of each work into a small fragment of works. First is the level one, which is the basic definition of the hull, like construction and how the what is the board selected, or how the organization structure works, and so all the basic works. And then it was segregated into systems like propulsion, electrical. And then thus each system had some subsystems. For example, a propulsion system had diesel engine, propeller shaft, fuel systems, and then each system had its own subsystems that was segregated as level 3. And then each diesel engine will have its acquisition selection it has to be selected. uh, Acquisition has to be done, installation has to be done, and then testing has to be done. So uh, that is the level 4 task. And then this is our WBS. And then it's a linear responsibility chart. Each particular subsystem has four roles, which each role has its own task to be completed for the whole subsystem to be completed. For example, if you take a Gantt chart, one guy has to manage it, another has to approve it, supervise it, purchase it, and then a field engineer has to work on that. And each team member will be assigned one particular role for each subsystem. That is how our LRC chart works. And the Gantt chart is the timeline. Is a breakdown of timeline, where we given 86 days has been given to the project. 80 days is our thing, for which each particular project definition has 11 days, and then project selection has 8 days. And how those 8 days is, and the project selection has two three things to be done: work breakdown structure, LRC, a Gantt chart. And how that is breakdown between those, that 8 days is breakdown between those three sub activities, and which is done first and the second is being given in the Gantt chart clearly. That is the purpose of we use Gantt chart for this. And then next segment the project comes with the bill of materials. It is a bill of materials. Every system needs some materials to be bought, some quantities. It defines some quantities and cost. It has some weight lbs. So this chart is the system. This chart shows the total cost required to acquisition of all the materials for each particular system. And then a total is found out to be 37K. And then the total weight of the vessel will be around 10,725 lbs. And then we can see that each subsystem, for convenience purposes, each we divided to major subs of eight systems, like construction, propulsion. And then each thing has been segregated into small bulk subsystems, so that nothing will miss out. And then For example, if we take construction of vessel, hull deck has been segregated, and then hull has been segregated into fiberglass resin. How much resin will be required? How much fiberglass will be required? And what are the materials to be required for rowing? And that was found out to be 53K. Similarly, for all the subsystems, we have found out the cost, and it was added up to form the whole bill of material cost. For he can see that in a propulsion system, the major cost goes to engine, which cost around 84K dollars, and a propeller and a fuel tank. And then next comes the budgeting. We need labors to make to construct the bill of material consists of the cost which only for the materials. We need labors to make the convert the materials into uh, a vessel. For that, we had in the labors we have three types of labors: engineers, technicians, and labors. Engineers, due to the high skills, they are given the higher pay. And then in here also it has been subdivided into each things. And then from Gantt chart was and we need to know what as the amount of wages we need to give particular month, because from January we need a very less wage amount, but in April and March we need a very higher amount. This is because the Gantt chart we can see that more works are scheduled to be done in the March or April, so that gives more cost to it. And here is a more explanatory of that thing which is presented earlier, the monthly breakdown of that uh, direct cost. And then you can see the total we got here we have seen already we've seen the total direct cost is at labor cost, and then it's the bill of materials cost. Apart from those, we need to hire and fire labors, we need contingencies, inefficiencies, and some other cost which has to be included. This is the total budget we have approximated for this whole project, which is next 668,029.60 dollars, which turns out to be. And then here we come out scheduling purposes. Scheduling is each it we have like 24 activities in the whole system. Then each 24 activity has some predecessor. For example, hull, deck, and cabin. Without project planning being done, hull, deck, cabin cannot be constructed. Similarly, curing, when all the three are done, only curing can be done. So it has to be predecessor for that. So similar, if you can see the all the 24 tasks with this predecessor and duration. And here comes the network diagram. As we saw that 3 4 5 represent the hull, deck, and cabin. The hull takes 17 days. Three works can be done simultaneously, but hull takes the more days, like 17 days, comparatively to deck it takes 14 days. So 3 days is a slack there. So most jobs can be done simultaneously. But the next thing is the curing, which is number 6, which requires all the three jobs to be done before it's finishes. So hull has to be the critical activity over there, because its slack is 0. It can't, if the timing changes like 17 days to 18 days, the whole period which is 80 days changes to 81 days. So that is not the case with slack variables. If the one there is a delay, like if you can't start in the 24th day, we can start in the 25th or 26th or 27th, even 27th for the deck, because it has a slack of 3, which is 27. So the early start for deck, early start represents the start time, which the maximum you can start earlier. And then late start is the maximum time you can start. Even though if you start on the 27th day, that doesn't going to affect the whole process timing. So the activities with zero slack is given as the critical path over here, and then the total duration is 80. And then next comes the crashing. Crashing is giving more resources to reduce or fast track the total duration taken for the project completion. Here we are able to reduce the crashing total timeline from 80 days to 55 days. And then crashing is like after crashing, the critical path changes, and there is a new critical path, and the original duration and the crash duration has been given here. And then the crash cost estimation. The crashing is here we can see the the total number of resources. The resource in the bracket is the new resources for the crashing, and then outside the bracket shows the old resources which are allocated to that particular activity. And then the presence of old labor cost and the crash labor cost. There's an increase in the crash labor cost from the old labor cost is due to two things. mainly audition of new resources and giving extra hours to the old workers, which comes with extra pay. And then this is the final cost table where the comparison of both the crash cost and the original cost has been given in detail. Hiring and firing cost also gets higher because of the higher number of labors we acquire. And then budgeting leveling. Budget leveling is a process where more resources, like we can see that the difference between the original budget and level budget comes in the mainly in the hiring and firing cost. That is because in original budget the works are not been leveled according to the labor's need. In original budget we are acquiring more labors, and here in level budget we are reducing the labor since the hiring and firing cost is reduced. Here you can see for an example, you can take day number 24 where 3 4 5 activities are are combinedly being done, and then that takes more number of workers, and that requires that particular days to take more number of workers. We need more number of workers over there, so hiring and firing cost obviously increases. For But we can change the activities because 4 and 5 has some slack, so there is a possibility so that you can change the days so that the number of labors being hired can be reduced. Similarly, we can see in the other areas where between day 50 to 60, similar thing happens. A cluster of works being done on the particular day, so it needs more labors. And then is a level chart where you can see that we can see that there is a change over here, and then four activity 4 has been pushed forward, so that the number of labors needed on a particular day, higher days has been reduced. And then you can similarly it does in the 50 to 60th day. And then is the workforce leveling graph where everything is the blue line shows the older workforce needed, and then the orange line shows the level workforce. And then this is the original comparison results. It has been reduced by 60% has been reduced, the older hiring and firing cost. The total project length was 80 days, the crash was 55 days, and then level was same 80 days, but the cost is reduced due to the lower hiring and firing cost. The final result, here we're building a 36 feet fiberglass dual engine half cabin. The project network was 80 days. The total budget of the project stands to be 668K.029, and it has been reduced to 627 351.65 by leveling. And in crashing, if we got to be reduced by 25 days, our new budget stands out to be 823 787.99. Thank you.